Guys, episode 99. I got 99 problems, but I can't even make anything funny with that. I mean, somebody could, just not me. Speaking of funny, I've got two hilarious comics from Kansas City joining me today. We got Ryan Trickey. You can find him on Instagram at Trickey Comedy. Also, trickycomedy.com. No, wait, ryantrickey.com. And welcoming back Aaron Scarbrough. He is bad_Aaron_Scarbrough on Instagram, or you can find him in his artwork. He does some amazing art, you guys. Go check it out. AaronScarbrough.com. Good luck spelling that. Episode 99. Holy cow. I can't believe it. We're almost to 100. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Inner Talk Podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, Enjoy the Soul. Oh, wait, thank you for coming to the Inner Podcast. Boom, talk, boom.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. You guys
Sounds
ready?
pretty good.
Ryan Trickey, Aaron Scarbrough,
Hello.
and me,
Yes.
Ryan Westa. Here we are, guys. Thank you for coming and doing the show.
Thank you for welcoming us into
Yeah.
your home.
What he said.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Nice to be here.
It's good having you guys.
Yeah.
Couple comics.
Yep.
Couple really funny comics. I've seen you a couple times, Ryan.
You seen me?
Yep, I've
Oh,
seen
that's
you
cool.
at the Rhino doing the open mic thing.
Yeah.
I've gone there a few times, tried it 3 times, I think. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun. You're funny. You hosted it one night, I think.
Yeah, I've hosted it whenever Scarborough's been busy. So, yeah.
Which is often.
People tend to like those nights.
When he's off,
People tend to really respond well.
well, you
Yeah.
dress nicer than him.
What?
That is true. Scarborough's fashion really does make me sick. And I don't want to make this a whole thing where, like, just because, like, we're comics, like, we got to be, like, mean to each other. But, like, he wears these, like, torn-up pants. And not, like, jeans that are torn up, but, like, black skinny pants with, like, a lot of tears in, like, the thigh area.
I have one pair of biker pants, and they're a thing right now. They're fashionable.
Biker pants?
He's not a biker, though.
What kind of bike you got?
You don't have to. That's no one has to know that you don't bike.
Bicycle or Harley Davidson?
I think it's a reference to motorcyclists. But
Okay.
I have one pair, and I don't even wear them. I wore them one time in front of him, and he still brings it up.
I don't know. Maybe that's true.
Look,
Maybe just burn an image and he can't
and
get it out.
I'm gonna tell you this now because it's gonna be important. Because of my new relationship with an art supply company, I can't be crass or anything. So as Ryan attacks me, know that I have witty, sharp, piercing things to say, but I can't say them because I'm the face of a company.
How lucrative is this deal with this art supply company?
None of those words describe you.
And because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, this must be quite the deal for him to, stifle all of that sharp, biting wit.
Yeah.
Aaron's been on before, and he said something similar before we started the podcast last time. I was like, hey, let's kind of keep it G-rated. He didn't say exactly that, but you could tell he wants to be he doesn't want to be controversial.
Just don't say who you work for.
Well, I
Right?
know.
And you don't work for them anymore. You got to speak in the mic. It works better. I know you want to look at them.
You don't
There you go.
understand these people. These people will. These are dangerous art people.
These are, you
believe
guys
it.
are just guys.
Yeah.
But this person, he's the devil.
No, they're good people, but they're you don't want to f with them. Like they'll find you, and
Find or fine?
this is a subscription-based art company that brings joy to thousands of households all over the globe. And
Thousands.
They have resources, and they will. If I say a bad word, they will find out about it.
I've noticed that you don't have any of his artwork on your wall.
I do not. I'm actually, what I'm doing is I'm holding out. I'm hoping he'll do something of me because I'm quite vain like Brendan Patrick.
You could do that, or you could, I don't know if you're interested in a painting of like an apple core or a pear while it's in the trash, or a glove.
I tell you what I do really, really like
Uh-huh.
of his that he just did was that sushi one where he had, do you have real sushi next to it?
Mm-hmm.
And then it painted and it was on the table and I was looking at it and for a minute there I thought some of it was real. I was like, I zoomed in on my phone
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he painted that. That looks good. Like he had the shadows down.
Uh-huh.
Look, man, you are extremely talented. Like I really like your
This
artwork.
is really
It's-
good.
You know
I
you
don't-
are.
I
You know you are.
I
But
don't, as Ryan knows, I don't care for flattery.
He's
But-
just not used to it. I think any of his paintings would look really good next to the that one there.
I would like to put something. Yeah, trust me. He did give me a Brandon Patrick sketch that I love, and I just need to get it framed, and that is going to go in here. It's going to take place of that one, the deer head, antlered. I'm going to take that one down. I think the rhino behind me, I'm going to put something else. I just don't know what yet. But this middle piece, that's my son did that, and I don't know. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That'll
that's a
stay
good
here. He was like 5 when he did that. He's 6 now, but I just thought it was really cool. Just like that's the way his mind thinks, his brain thinks. I'm gonna do all these different. I don't know. I like it.
See, it's endearing when it's a 6-year-old. Like,
Well, no, I mean it's refreshing to look at something like that, because it's before a child has been exposed to mean bullies and quote unquote friends who tear you down constantly, and that's, to me, that's what that represents.
I'll sell it.
Yeah.
I love it. It means a lot to me, but everything's got a price.
Right.
If you like it that much.
Right. No,
Yeah, but I love your art, man. I think you're incredibly talented. You have some pieces that I perceive are fairly popular. I don't know, but to me, I'm perceiving it to be that way. Just like that. Gosh darn, what's the coach's name? Andy Reid. You got the Andy Reid one, the McDonald's Andy Reid.
right.
Is that your most? And then you got the Bernie Sanders with his shirt unbuttoned or something. And
yeah, actually, the Bernie Sanders one was that was a random commission. Someone hit me up. They had this idea and they just wanted me to paint it. So I actually photoshopped Bernie Sanders' head onto a young Sean Connery body, and just used that to paint from.
There you go, ladies, leftist ladies.
Yeah, dude, they I think
Sean Connery and Bernie Sanders in one.
Yeah,
There's some crazy lefty cat lady out there that's just getting real moist right now.
yeah. Well,
whoa! Don't let the art
Whoa.
people hear
yeah.
you talking like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders.
No,
R.I.P.
we'll cut it.
Yep.
Why would we cut that?
Hmm?
Cut what?
Well, number one, because the word moist on its own
used-
offends most people.
So I used
Most
it.
people don't like it.
That's one of those words. There's a few of them like that.
There's a few words that people
Isn't
don't
the
like.
name of your show the Moist Cast?
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the after dark podcast. It's called the Moist Cast.
right.
That's cool.
Hello, ladies.
You did stand up at the Rhino?
I mean, I wouldn't call it that. I stood up there.
You went up there though. That's cool
Yeah.
though. What
Yeah.
made you? So what did you? Because I don't think I remember. What did you? What was your deal? Like, what'd you try? What'd you talk about the first time you did it? I'm not gonna remember when you tell me. I'm just curious.
I don't know if I'm trying to think. What did I do on my first time I was there? I don't remember. I've done a few different. I've done, I think, maybe 3 or 4 times, and I don't write anything out or go up there. I just go up there with like an idea and just riff. Bad idea.
You're already that good, huh?
No, I just
That's
I
cool.
just thought that's kind of what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Or
Eddie
this is
Murphy, Dave Chappelle, you.
me,
Just
Ryan
natural.
West up there. Whatever. Yeah, and so you realize real quick, oh, you should probably practice at least something or get something
Yeah.
written. I got I guess I got a bit of an ego on me.
Did you?
I'm just now realizing that, everybody.
Did you show up by yourself or did you bring people?
The first time I went with a friend,
That's good.
Second time, I think I brought a friend also. Yeah, I've been bringing people every time. People who I think would enjoy it too, like try it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember I did have one good joke one of the times that like made like everybody laugh, and I was surprised. It was like, yeah, you came up with it on the spot, but it was like I was talking about Wyandotte and how like a lot of white people from Johnson County can't really afford Johnson County, so they're kind of moving out. They've been moving out to Wyandotte for quite a while now, and now they're kind of gentrifying it, if you will.
Yeah. White people are gentrifying each other at this point. Like,
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
But so they're moving out there to Kansas City, Kansas there, and they're pretending that it's Johnson County, and so they're bringing their like arrogance and their Johnson County ways out there. I was like, you see what you're doing, right? I go, this is still Wyandotte. It used to be called Crime Dot for a reason.
Yeah.
And I said, they're still killing people out there. He goes, oh, man, no, that's way down there in the hood. I go, dude, I'm talking about Schlitterbahn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what happened there? I was just kidding. I know what happened.
Yeah, a lot of people
don't
don't know,
need
but
to-
a kid was decapitated on a water slide there.
Yeah.
And that's like in the quote unquote rich, nice white part of Wyandotte. And
Yeah.
so that was my joke. It made people laugh.
Right there on Legends. Talk about legend, huh?
Oh boy.
Other
Hey-o.
people, I don't know. Well, a lot of times what happens is somebody shows up to a mic with like 15 friends,
Okay.
and it goes like really, really well because their friends are like excited to see him up there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, I was hanging out with Chad and Chad's there, and Chad's like, oh, man, it's like, oh, Chad.
Chad, that's you. He's mentioning.
He had an edible, and he was like, I don't really feel it. And so he ate the whole tray, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, and everyone's having fun. And then next week, he'll come back, and Chad isn't there this time. Nobody cares about the story with Chad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. I've seen that happen a lot.
You see, the good thing about it is watching bad comedy is encouraging because you're like, you see how bad people are doing. Like, I can do this. Like, I can do better than this guy.
Mhm.
So I get that a lot from it because you see a lot of horrible, probably like how I was up there, but you just see people like me up there that don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be like, oh, I can do that. It's easy to get up there. And
You know what? Most people who are bad aren't horrible. Most people who are bad are boring.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I think people imagine like
Yeah,
open
you're
mic
right.
comedy to be like this like shit show, like freak show of just like crazy motherfucker. And those people are definitely there.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if someone's bad, it's just like a like it's just like
Yeah.
you're just patiently waiting for him to be done. And
That's
it's
what
kinda,
it is.
And there are like open micers that that are bad in the crazy way that
Crazy
like
bad.
if we're outside the room and we see that they're going up, it's just like, dude, we gotta get up there. Ryan Trickey's about to go up. Like, like
Or like in Aaron's case, it'll be like, oh, he's doing the Cymbalta joke again. Let's go outside.
yeah.
That is one thing. After going, after the second time I went, I was like, wait, these guys are doing the same jokes. I was like, I didn't know that people do like the same thing over and over.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I see it now. You learn kind of quick what people are doing, how they're doing it, and you can take from that.
Right.
Well, you're practicing your shit, and like maybe it's a little bit different each time. Like you're still trying to make it better or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to have new stuff a lot. Like hopefully you do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, you can go up there and riff shit, but yeah, that's not all you do though. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have a good set to entertain people constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
So are you do you like rap and stuff? You mentioned something earlier. What do you do?
For a profession or just for whatever?
For whatever.
For whatever. I mean, I'm just a podcaster. I love rap. I love local rap. I love supporting local. I love supporting like the podcast is all about supporting local people,
Mhm.
artists of all kind, like painters, sketchers, comics, rappers, musicians. Like I've had multiple artists on. But yeah, I'm just a podcaster and who really enjoys rap. And yeah, lately it's been cool. Some local hip hop artists that I look up to and respect have been hitting me up and sending me stuff like, hey, will you help promote this? Or
That's
hey,
cool.
I wanted you to be one of the first people to know that I'm doing this, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love that kind of thing. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just a podcaster. I don't know.
That's cool.
I love it. What was that? A watch?
I think it was mine.
There we go.
Mine beeps on the hour. I don't know how to change that.
Yeah, cuckoo.
Yeah.
So a couple stand-up comics. You guys are obviously out of comedy right now due to the virus. What? How you guys been coping with that? Like, are you guys writing new material? Do you have a whole bunch of virus material to use when it? Like, I mean, there's got to be a lot of jokes that you probably can't use. Maybe even once the stuff ends, or if you can, maybe just for a short period. Are you guys
Right.
Coronavirus is going to be like after Trump got elected, like where that's like the main thing people want to talk about, like right away. So like that's definitely going to be a thing. But like, yeah, it's tough. I was telling you guys outside, like before we started, like I don't know how, because like I still get to work, thankfully, but like I go to work and then I go home, and then I don't have anything to do at night. Like I don't have shows to go to or mics to go to, and so it's like I don't know how people live like this. Like they just go to work and then they go home, and it's like TV and warming something up. Like
It's called marriage.
yeah, I guess. And it's like
Right?
Yeah.
I guess that's when it's helpful to have somebody you enjoy hanging out with. But
Those people aren't enjoying their spouses.
yeah,
Come on. Right?
Yeah.
So divorce rate's going to go sky. Anyway, I don't need to go down that tangent. But are you guys like writing new material, like for like taking advantage of this time at least? Like,
That's super hard to do. Like emotionally, it's hard to commit to just writing because ideally when things are normal, you write and like, okay, I've got these gigs coming up. I can try this there and whatnot. But right now, it's hard to commit because just not knowing, when we're gonna get to do it again. But that's not the right way to think about it. You should write jokes because you love them.
for sure. But it's tough to make yourself do it when you don't have a way to like try it out. Like that's a bunch of it. Like, because you're right.
It's not like playing a guitar.
No, not
You
really.
need an audience for.
And like, I hate the moment when like a comic tries to like slip a bit into a conversation, because that'll happen a lot too. And sometimes it's like you'll just be chatting and you'll just be like, yeah, so the zoo is closed right now. You ever been to the zoo? And it's like it's always so like fucking contrived.
Wait, why are you talking like that? Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Why'd you adjust
It's like, wait a
your
minute.
tie?
Yeah. Let's see what else. But like the funniest is when, because Scarbrough and I have done this, where like he and I are hanging out, and then there will be like a lull in the conversation, and then it'll just be quiet for a second, and one of us will be like, "So I wrote this thing the other day, and what do you think of it?" Like, it'll just kind of throw. But that's at least when it's that transparent, it's like it's less cringeworthy. But like, yeah, it's tough, man. Not having an outlet to do it or try it or whatever kind of stifles your ability to really give a shit.
Right.
Because it can't exist in a vacuum. And then there's like online stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. I did like one or two of them, and they were fine, but they weren't like, it's not the same.
Like an online Facebook Live open mic type, mic stand type thing, or one
like
of those.
a Zoom, Skype thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys are screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're screwed just like coming up with new stuff and practicing it on people.
He did release like a really good sketch.
I did a thing a few weeks ago. I made a video, and that was really fun. I had never made anything like that before.
Just because you're bored and want to do something. What was the video?
I just had an idea for a video. It's basically like a sketch. It's just a few minutes long. And I just shot it in my apartment and in my apartment building with like my phone, and then like just edited it on my phone.
Oh, wow.
With, like iMovie.
On your phone?
Yeah.
That's
and
hard to do.
It took. I had to learn how to do all that shit. Like I had to Google how to like layer audio and all that stuff. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm gonna write more and shoot more. Like that's like a thing I'd like to now get better at. So I got that out of it. Like who knows if I would have done that shit if I was just begging to be creative about something. Yeah. So, but that was fun. That was cool.
We've been talking about how another thing is like how pathetic we are on Twitter, like
Yeah.
because like there's tiers on social media, like on Facebook is the easiest place to get likes, you know, because like ideally by this time in your life you've accrued a couple thousand people who actually know who you are and as your friends and stuff. So that's like nothing. You know, your Facebook likes don't mean anything. And then Instagram like maybe is a little bit higher. But Twitter, like if one like on Twitter, it is enough to like really do something for me,
Really?
you know? And yeah, and we talk about that all the time. Like, and we even like taunt each other, like, yeah, I saw your tweet, I thought about liking it, but
I love telling him when I don't like his stuff.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny because it's such bullshit. Because we should be liking each other's stuff to be supportive,
Right.
and because it's nice, but we never do it. No one's ever just been like, I'll like some shit just to be so. Like if I see somebody's like written a really long thing, I'll be like, that's probably good, and then I'll like it.
Oh wow. So I'm like, I'm not reading all that.
Well, like a friend will be like, hey, look, this is my album. I put a lot of work into this. You know, my dad died. Or like I'll be like, yes, carry it. You know, like.
yeah.
But generally speaking,
Just on Twitter, huh?
Well, because you want your likes to have meaning. Like you don't want to be the guy whose like is overlooked because you like everything. You know, you want to be a like that somebody feels like they've earned. You know, or at least that's what I tell myself.
No, that's
It's
interesting.
silly, but
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that perspective. I come from the camp of to support people. Just I'm gonna like all your. I'm not gonna like all your stuff. I'm gonna like a lot of your stuff because I see you. I see
Right.
you doing stuff. I see you working. I want you to know that I see you. And I'm like, yeah, keep it
Yeah.
up.
But it's the same principle of like you know, you get a compliment from someone in a social setting and you're like, oh, that made me feel good, and then you see them compliment someone else and it's just like, oh, they're just kind. Like
I can see that. Yeah.
gross.
I'm not as nice in real life as I am on Instagram.
Yeah.
I like everybody. I like a lot of stuff on Instagram, but in real life, I wouldn't be like, yo,
Yeah.
you look good. in
Well,
that.
you can on Insta. The difference is like you can double click on Instagram, and in real life, you might have to deal with the conversation. You know,
Yeah.
like, and that, you know, that can be bad.
But yeah, Twitter's tough. A Twitter like is worth like 15 Facebook likes, I think.
Okay, I don't mess with I'm really just Instagram.
Yeah.
I put my stuff on Facebook, but I get in trouble on Facebook. It's so easy to get sucked into these conversations with dummies, both on the left and the right. I'm not political. Like I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I think everyone's all corrupt. They're all corrupt. They all suck.
Mm-hmm.
And to see these people who are, I love Trump so much. I love him. God sent him. Did you know God sent Trump to be president?
I heard about
It's
that.
true. It's fucking true. And then you got Biden over here that's just groping little girls
Yeah.
and sniffing their hair. That's perfectly fine. But I love him. I love Biden. Like I don't know. So I like
know
getting
any-
into it with
we've been talking about this though. Like, do you actually know people who like Biden? I can't. Like, where are they?
I've
Where they at?
I've talked to Biden supporters.
Really?
I've talked to Bernie supporters that are Biden supporters, which is the fucking weirdest thing. And I just talked to one the other day, and he said, I was saying, how are you, like, this guy has dementia. Are we just going to ignore that? We're going to ignore all the weird stuff he does with girls. He's like, I wanted Bernie, but that's not going to happen, so I have to vote for him. I haven't settled on it yet. It depends on if he has, depends on who his vice president is, and it has to be a woman. It has to be a woman.
Yeah.
That's their logic. I don't care if there's a man that's more qualified or that's better fit. It has to be this woman that's not, it just has to be a woman. It's like, I don't know. So when I get on Facebook, I'll see the hypocrisy on both sides, and I'll do a little bit of needling, and I'll get sucked into these. I don't do it anymore, but I'll get sucked into these conversations long, and I'm like, why did I just waste 4 or 5 hours arguing with someone that's never gonna change their mind? They're just, this is their thought no matter what.
Facebook is a place to dig your heels in. It's not exactly a place to have your mind changed. I don't think anybody really tries to go there for that.
Yeah.
I think, it's an echo chamber of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm friends with some people. Like, I'm friends with, like, family members who, like, you kind of have to be friends with. And they'll post stuff that's, like, pretty outrageous. And it's just kind of, like, interesting to see what their group considers, like, share-worthy.
Yeah. I've got an eclectic group of all different ages and ranges and left and right, and it's just funny to see everything they share. It's all, it's entertaining, and I will admit I have been trolling. You guys know who Jeremy Danner is?
No.
Oh, he was like the face of Boulevard for a long time.
Oh,
and
so he's a Kansas City celebrity.
Yeah, he's a Kansas City local guy, and he's a big Royals fan, big time. Loves the Royals. When the Royals were going to the World Series, at the first time he was like, it was either first, maybe it was I think it was when they won. Okay, when they won it, he was saying he cried. I'm literally crying. I literally have tears. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, so I've just been trolling him lately on Facebook. He doesn't really know who I am, but I've been trolling. I don't know, but I've just been making little crying trolls on his feed lately to his stuff. He posts a lot of political stuff, and so I've been doing that. And then I won't return to the feed, but I'll see my mentions. Ryan Westa, where are you at? I'm like, I don't even see how they respond because he has a bunch of people responding to me. I don't even respond or look at it. I just drop my little bomb and then I leave. And I've been doing this guy a lot lately, and I don't know, it's funny.
Yeah.
All because he cried when the Royals won.
That's what I needle him about.
It's funny but I get what you're saying, because it's funny to be the same guy who's like, I'm literally crying because of the sports, and then to also be like, fuck Biden or whatever. Like, it's weird to think
he's a big fuck Trump guy,
or fuck Trump.
He's a big fuck Trump guy. But no, see, I guess where it came from, as I hold a grudge. Sometimes I can do that. I try not to. And I asked him to be on my podcast a long time ago, and he said he would do it. Just reach out to me in my email. So we correspond a few times on email, and all of a sudden he just ghosted me. Like, we have mutual friends, people. They all said they'd like to see it, and he just ghosted me. And so I've had that in the back of my mind. And he posted something like, he posted like a memory of him at the Royals game. I can't wait to drink beer and watch baseball again. And I just said, are you going to cry when they open it up for everyone to come back to the stadiums, though? Or something like that. I got to do little shit like that, too.
Yeah. You just call it about.
Yeah. And he has a lot of
Grudgecast.
followers, and a lot of people read it. And it's just, I don't know.
Right.
So yeah, Jeremy Danner, I've been trolling you.
Just come on the podcast, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come on. I'll troll him right here, too.
We can lay a tarp down. You can cry.
I love a good beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not been a lot of beef on our end, I don't think, right now. Comedy beef.
Yeah,
Comedy beef stinks.
It does? How come?
Because none of us are cool. No one's going to get, served. No one's going to get shot.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of losers.
But isn't it
arguing
entertaining
about
to
poop
watch other people's beef? Like, especially locally, like the local comic scene. I think that'd be kind of funny to watch some people have some real beef.
When there's some Facebook drama going on and you know both of the people, that's definitely a good toilet read. But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time there's been fun.
Well, there was the incident of 2019. We're not going to get into it, but there was a big dramatic thing that happened.
Oh yeah.
In 2019?
I don't want to talk about it.
Between
you know what?
who?
Pretend I didn't bring it up.
With who?
No one.
Why not?
Huh?
They're not going to listen.
It's just.
Can we talk
They're
about
not going to listen. How long have we been going, Charlie? They're not listening this deep into this, I bet.
Yeah.
You're so uncomfortable.
Tell me more
That's
about
great.
Danner.
Ryan knows about it. What's up? Who's this guy?
There's no.
Is it you had beef?
We're not going to.
Or is it just beef that was out there?
I was not involved.
So what do you care?
Huh?
Why do you care?
Because I am not one to. I bring people together. And
Right.
you know,
You just-
Scarborough's one of those people who will be like, "Look, I understand both sides, even the side that's wrong."
yeah,
Yeah, it'd be like if you like, let's just say hypothetically, someone got cheated on,
Okay.
right? And then the
Happens all
person
the
who
time.
did the cheating, Scarbrough would be like, "Well, you clearly had a reason to be unfaithful, and that's probably a good reason."
Exactly.
that's that's like an abstract metaphor for what
It's a
occurred.
lie.
Yeah, it's a fable that holds profound truth about a larger thing. But yeah, you
Well,
know.
a lot of times people do cheat for a reason. Not
Yeah.
necessarily because, oh my gosh, this chick was so hot and she was bent over. I just had to. It is usually, something's not right at home, right? A lot of times.
I don't
maybe-
know.
They say that happy people don't cheat, but I think that they have that the other way around. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Like, were you ever married?
Well, yeah, I was married. I'm not going to get into that.
But like, so what was? Yeah, I guess that's a pretty personal question.
But no, I had a serious girlfriend before I was married. I cheated on her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to excuse it, but I will by saying I was like 25 or something.
Yeah.
That's still pretty old. That's old enough to know better.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I wasn't happy. Like, we weren't having sex all the time. We weren't hanging out all the. Sometimes I would sleep on the couch a lot, just because. Hey, I'm playing video. You go to bed. I'm gonna play video games
Yeah.
and crash on the couch. Like, you kind of slowly drift apart. And then yeah, for me, it was I wasn't happy with her. And it was
Yeah.
easy. This other chick was showing me attention. I liked her, and
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't happy about it. I had an iron thrown at my head
An iron?
a clothing iron,
Yeah.
Yeah, she threw it right at my head.
Ugh. Yeah, you got to cheat on her. That stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Sometimes it's just the straw that breaks the camel's back, I mean, you got shit going on and you just have to. You've cheated before.
See that look?
What?
Ooh, he didn't like that. You don't have to answer
finish
that.
your thought. You
The
were-
art people aren't going to care.
Huh? We're not talking about the art people. Forget that I said that. Like,
Don't you want to give them a plug? It's a
Huh?
prescription service,
it's
after
a
all.
prescription service.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Subscription.
Your prescription
What?
coloring pencils.
We're
Dude,
going to
we're
edit
not
that
gonna-
part out.
We're not gonna get into it.
All right.
But yeah, let's talk more fluff. Like,
Yeah. Have you ever been cheated on, Aaron?
yeah, like it's everyone. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've been cheated on too.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've been cheated on.
Really?
I've never found out about it. If it has happened, I've never found out about it.
That's what you want, or would you want to know?
You'd want to know for sure.
Oh, you do?
I think so.
You think so?
You know what?
We know. We
Here's
know
a-
what it's like.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. So I, without naming names, know of people right now who are involved in a thing where it's like, so okay, if you had if you knew Aaron's girlfriend was cheating on him,
Okay.
like you saw it out in the wild
Yeah.
or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
do you tell Aaron?
I tell Aaron. Aaron,
Yeah.
I like you.
That's
tell
predictable
you.
from like I would guess that you have integrity and character to do that.
Of course
out
you
of
would,
friendship.
right?
Yeah.
My initial answer is yeah. I am going to tell you.
Do you confront the
Let's say
girlfriend
you're
first?
friends with the girlfriend too.
Oh, now we're throwing in another factor in this
We're
equation.
throwing another factor
okay?
in the
Yeah.
equation. So you know both of them, you like both of them, but now there's this shit going on. You're in an awkward situation.
How hot is she?
No, that's a fair question. For
Kinda
the
is,
sake
right?
of this, for the sake of the argument, let's say she is attractive.
She's attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, if we're friends, what do? If I'm friends with both of them and I see her cheat, I'm gonna go like, does Aaron know you're cheating on? Does
Yeah.
Aaron know about this? Like,
Yeah.
are you? It's not my business. Some people are open.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people maybe you like her going out with someone else. Maybe you're into that whole cuckold thing. Maybe
Mhm.
that's his thing.
That's a very woke first reaction.
Yeah.
So maybe like, hey, I don't want to start anything, but saw you with homeboy that had some really nice biker pants on.
Right.
Yeah, that'll never happen, but yeah.
Some people will pull them off.
I've never seen it. But you'd give them a chance. You'd
No, I
be
talked to
like,
her.
"Look,
If she's
you know."
cheating, I'd talk to her. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Yeah. And then all right, if she explains, oh, yeah, no, he likes me going to get laid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes it. It turns him on. I come home and we talk about it.
See, I think.
Or she goes, oh, my gosh, please don't tell him. Please don't tell him. Please. You're putting me in a predicament here.
Mhm.
Now I'm
Yeah.
brought into this. I don't
Yeah.
want it. No, I have to tell him. I have to tell him.
Yeah.
I have
think
to.
I think I would do the you gotta tell him by this date or I gotta do it.
No.
I'd give him a chance.
I say you got
at
to tell him
that.
right
No?
now.
Yeah.
Michelle, you got to tell him right now.
Yeah. If it was Friday, I'd be like, you got till Monday's Labor Day. You got till Monday.
I would give.
You have
Yeah.
a 3-day weekend to tell
I
him.
think giving them time, obviously not a ton of time, but time is important because they want to think about what is the way to do it the best. Like,
Well, whatever it's going to be a lot easier coming from her than it's going to be coming from me. So you want to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not giving you a long time because I don't want that shit on my conscience. I don't want to be holding your lie
yeah,
because I accidentally saw you
yeah,
with this dude.
Yeah, I have to feel guilty and I didn't even get to, like, cheat on you.
Right.
That's not fair.
Now, if you want to work something out,
Whoa.
I'll keep it on
Yeah.
the down low.
See, I knew you had integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. That would be my answer.
So he's referring to something, and my solution would be to call your friend from a Star 69 or whatever
From a payphone.
And, yeah, call for and use a voice decoder or whatever. You know, like the voice
Yeah.
that's just like, you have 20 minutes. Like, yeah.
There should be like a anonymous tips hotline,
Mm-hmm.
but for bullshit like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Mailing
I just got out of not a relationship, a friendship, if you will, with someone that is shady as fuck. That what she would tell you to do is what you do is create a sock puppet account. You know what those are?
Yeah.
Create a sock puppet account on Instagram or something, and then reach out to the chick through a different account. Hey, I saw you with so and so. Maybe go through it that way, so they don't know that you know. Like they don't know. She doesn't know that I saw her cheating on. Michelle doesn't know that I saw her cheating with the biker guy. But if I create a sock puppet account, hey, I saw you cheating on Aaron with this guy with nice biker pants.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to tell him, or else it'll get leaked by Sunday.
What if they ask for proof?
You know you're cheating on. You're cheating.
Yeah.
Trust me, he'll know that I'm telling him the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his friend. Wait.
If I know that he has a few, I'm an acquaintance.
Yeah.
I'm an acquaintance of his. He would trust me. He would believe me. And you know it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle knows she's fucking biker guy.
Yeah.
So she can deny it. Where's my evidence? Bitch, I don't need to show you evidence. The evidence is you fucking know that
Now
you're
let me
banging
ask
him.
you this.
Okay.
Have you ever been the biker guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird lesson to have to learn the hard way, right?
Mr. Steel Yoke Chick right here.
Are you stealing anything, though? Are you stealing a piece of furniture you find on the side of the road? Is it really that, like,
It's
cool?
a nice piece of furniture. Real nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when people cheat, they go out planning to cheat 90% of the time. So then you're just there.
That's all I want. I'm not trying to steal her for good.
I don't think that it's that. But then there's like drama. I had a whole thing happen maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I would have been like 22 when it happened.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. I don't know how old I was. But
Statute of limitations
this would have
are
been
past.
August of
Yeah.
2000.
So whatever.
Um,
Some time ago, this young man.
But, like, I was at a bar, and she approached me which should have already been suspicious. And she grabbed me by the penis.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
Hello.
yeah, which by the way is something that, like, you know, women can just not be good at picking up guys, and it's fine. But
You know, some guys they're so they're so good they'll just let you grab them by the penis.
yeah, we're very easy. But yeah, so and then she's talking to me and it's fine. And then like later, much later, I found out that she was like not wearing a wedding ring, but
Nice.
she had one, and it was the whole thing. And
Much
that-
later that night, or months down the road, or weeks.
Okay,
like
minutes later.
okay,
I-
okay.
But I was
That's a
like,
fair question.
but I at the time was just like depressed and whatever, and I was just like, well, she came out here to cheat on her husband. It might as well be with me.
Hell yeah.
And then it was kind of like, I don't know, it just became a mess. And like she had her own shit going on, and she was like, you and I should move in together. And I was like,
Oh, this was more than just. Or was this minutes later
when
too?
I think when people cheat, they're looking to displace more than just physical angst. I think it's more than just we haven't been banging and I'm sleeping on the couch a lot. I think it's like emotional angst too. So they got to displace all that shit because you have problems and tension in the relationship, and you got to do something with it. And rather than address it with the partner, try to work on it or break up with them, you go out and you fucking put that energy somewhere else. But it's a lot of energy.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Both of those things happened within like a year of each other, I think. And it was just a weird crash course of. I wish I didn't do that.
How
Because
long did you hook up with her?
It happened like a few times in the course of like a couple weeks, I think. It wasn't very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you knew about it within minutes that's what it was. Okay. And you're like, I'll keep doing it. Okay.
Yeah. It was
That's
one of the,
fine. When I say I'm Mr. Steal Your Chick, I'm kind of joking. I'm not going to go after someone who I know who's taken, usually. All right, I won't. It
You
happened
don't have
once.
to, because the taken people will seek you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's what I'm saying. I'm
somebody's
not
talking-
I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go and try and ruin a marriage. But if
Yeah.
you're going to ruin it with me, come on.
Yeah.
I'm single. I don't care. Like it's not going to cause me any. I don't care. That's between you and him or whatever.
If I may, though, you're kind of speaking in universals here. When I have never been sought out by someone who's happily married or anything. Like,
No, not happily.
Right.
yeah,
Married.
But what I'm saying is, like, you've gotten to be the biker guy or whatever, and I have not found.
You've never been the biker guy.
Because the very fact that you wear those pants, those pants have saved so many marriages.
Yeah.
Like women are about to walk up to you and they get a good look at your pants and you're like, you know what, I got to make it work.
Yeah.
I can't be doing.
You know,
this shit.
the last time I wore those was the last time I wore those in front of you. Like, that was the last time.
Really?
Yeah. So, words have power.
Aaron, are you still with your girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember last time you were here. He asked.
I said that like really defensive. Yeah.
It's
hang on.
always
Yeah.
you got to listen for when they go up.
Yeah.
You're with your girl. Yeah. It's going okay. Yeah. It's fine. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, we're happy.
I just last time he was here, he asked me for relationship advice. I don't know if he asked me, if I just impressed it upon him.
Yeah.
But I said, don't do it. If you're
Your relationship advice is just dumb.
well, for
Yeah.
an artist, for
Oh,
someone
sure,
that's
yeah.
or for not even necessarily just an artist, but like a dream chaser, someone who has a big goal of being a touring act.
Right.
If you're a hip hop artist, a musician, if you're something where you have to focus on your goal, and that's what you have to that's your drive. My life goal is to be a stand-up comedian that's touring, big name, all that shit. You have to put so much energy on that, and a lot of times it's just not going to work out with that woman. She's going to get resentful. Hey, you guys, I don't know. I'm going to.
Here's the problem, though, and
No, I hear what you're
it's
saying.
interesting because when you're that type of person, like who's obsessed with what they do, you're going to attract people who are attracted to that. They're attracted to that, but a lot of times they figure out, months later that they need more than what you're able to do because you're mentally invested in something else. So, like, it in my mind, like, it can only work if like you come to an understanding. And I like in my relationship, I think it's really good. She's supportive and very lenient on what I get to do, if you want to put it that way.
That's why I'm not married anymore.
Right.
I don't ever want to have to say, "Oh, she's lenient with what I get to do." I do whatever the fuck. I'm just giving you shit, though.
If you ask her,
it takes
she
respect.
would
It
be
does,
like,
yeah.
he gets to do whatever the F he wants.
Right.
But, yeah.
No, there's compromise there.
Yeah.
And it does take a special. I just think it's so hard to find the special kind of person that can be in a goal setter's shadow or just kind of taking second seat.
You got to be with somebody who doesn't need you. Like, you
There
got to
you
be
go.
with somebody who, like,
Independent.
can chill by themselves or with their friends or family, has their own shit going on.
Yeah.
Like, is okay with, like, a date night every other week, maybe. Like,
Right.
shit like that. Like, I will say that, like, with the quarantine, because, like, I live with my girlfriend, and she and I have been spending a lot more time together. And that's been cool. Like, that's
Nice.
been pretty good for us. Like, I didn't realize that, like, obviously, like, I've been playing the relationship game on hard mode forever now. Just always being out at night,
Yeah.
not necessarily with her. And so, yeah, you got to have somebody who's, like, kind of gets it. Maybe they have their own thing going on, or they just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so hard, and I don't know.
There's not a lot of room for codependency.
Yeah, I just think it's just easier for someone that has that kind of dream just to focus everything on that until the time comes, and then once you've made it to where you are in that comfortable spot where you're not constantly having to have that. I don't know. I mean, you'll always have that drive, but I guess a lot of it is also financial.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the early, you guys probably. I mean, you guys aren't making a shitload of money being comics right now.
No.
The goal is, but they have to struggle through you struggling not being a rich comic.
Right.
Like, it's just, I want kids. Well, I can't afford kids because
We touched on that last time I was here.
Yeah.
Like, because I was running into, like, last year, I kept running into, because I wanted to, like, have a girlfriend, but I would get, like, a week in, and they'd be like, oh, so you go out every night, whether or not you're getting paid. And then oftentimes you'll go out to a second place after the first place, and you do this as many nights a week as possible. And I'm 30.
right.
Like, so I think what you're describing is you're a loser, like that's
And
on
like,
paper.
and the thing is like, because everything you just said, it's like, I hear that and I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, like, we enjoy it, and that's just how it is. Like,
And that's what
just
you
gotta
have to
keep doing
do.
it. But, like, to them, it must just sound so... Like, it must be like, so you go to work even when you're not working just to hang out, and you do that at night even when you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, and just like, I just like the factory. It must just be crazy. But the thing is like, you're never done.
Yeah.
And, like, that's kind of the whole point,
Yeah.
You're never done doing it because the whole point is to do it. So, yeah, I don't know. But that's what I was saying earlier, like the whole 9 to 5 thing. Like, I have a job that's 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and I'm thankful to have it to supplement income and yada yada. But, like, if that was all I had, then, yeah, whatever. But I don't get how anyone can do that, though.
Think of how good...
You got to be super fulfilled, I guess.
Think of how good of an employee, like, you... I don't know. I feel like, because I don't have a job anymore, and haven't since January, and I'm very happy that I don't have a job. But like, there was a time in my life when I was like, I want to be the best salesman possible. But ever since I started doing comedy and really honing in on that, like, I was just a bad employee, So I wonder like where I would be right now if I didn't do comedy, because like you can't, like, I don't think it's sustainable to have a job, but it's not sustainable to be like your best self at work, I don't think, while you're a comedian. I don't know. Do you think you would be a better employee right now?
100%.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
I didn't do comedy, I'd 100% be a better employee.
Maybe you guys say that, but comedy has given you guys something that you know that you would be missing if you weren't getting that.
I would be a less happy person
Yeah.
for sure, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't be in bars every night. I
Yeah.
wouldn't,
I guess the question is, yeah, you would be a better employee. You wouldn't be a happier employee, but for the company, you'd be better for them.
Sooner or later, like people, they find their career, their professional career, and usually it's something normal, and they dedicate themselves to that, and that's how they're able to rise up and make a good living, enough to support a family and stuff like that. But as long as you love something else so much more, and it's so much more important to you, like, I don't know how to be like a great salesperson
When it's
while
not your
I'm doing-
passion?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
passion's a good word for it.
Yeah, we have this thing because we've been on the road. I used to not have a car, so he drove me everywhere, and I would go to shows that I wasn't even on with him, and all that. But we have this thing where we talk about if you talk shop in the car, then you're gonna have a terribly
bad show.
Yeah,
there's
bomb.
Dude, if you're on the drive to the show and you're with your friend or Aaron,
Yeah.
and you're talking and you're like, some kind, whatever the bullshit is, it's always, some people say things to tell jokes, but I tell jokes to say things.
Yeah.
And if I can, or whatever the fucking cliche is, or if you're analyzing it, then you're gonna eat your ass.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling, but there's nothing to bomb at. It's great. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
There's no pressure.
I'm making some very universal statements, like almost like someone with credentials. Like, I hope I don't bomb later.
My version of that is going to be talking about relationship stuff and then going home and just silently being on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll definitely happen though. That was the first time he and I ever really hung out was that he rode with me because I had a show in Columbia and I was just going to come back the same night and just hang out, so just for company, and that was like a lot of where our friendship started because he was making fun of me for the music that I was choosing to listen to.
What are you listening
on the
to?
car ride.
What were you listening to?
Traditionally, people make fun of Ryan because of his love for the band Shinedown.
That's
that's what people normally make fun
They're
of him
a
for.
90s
But
band?
what I
they're
realized,
not a 90s band.
I don't know.
he knows all the lore. Like he's like a Deadhead, but for Shinedown. But people have made fun of him for that for years. But what I realized on that fateful car ride is that his love of Shinedown is the least ridiculous thing about his music taste. So Ryan, every day of his life, listens to what I would describe as let's get this wedding reception started. He just gets in his car, and every time it's like I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Like it's like let's get the daddy-daughter dance. If you got daddies, go dance with your daughters. Like, yes, anything like that. That's
Temptations, of
his
course.
playlist every day, and he has no knowledge of any of that music at all.
I just likes it.
He
Just
just
like
likes
it.
it. He's never delved into anything past the singles and the hits or anything.
That's
But
not true.
I think that's one of the most likable things about Ryan is just his simplicity when it comes to culture.
Dude, I unironically like the Pina Colada song. Like I like corny. I love corny, cheesy music.
Really, like you listen to that and enjoy it? Like that puts a smile on your face? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
like, God.
Dude, when the coffee's kicking in.
Really?
That's his every day.
I love it,
Okay.
dude.
Can you
I love
imagine just like being
No.
that
Dude,
unaware
whenever-
of what's going on in the
Whenever
world?
I'm anywhere, like if I ever get to work at the Improv at Zona Rosa, my walk-up song is "Hooked on a Feeling."
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm trying to think of
he
that one.
listens to it every day.
Hooked on a,
Ooka chaka, ooka chaka.
hooked on
Yeah.
a feeling. Okay. I'm high on believing.
I just want to get everyone in a good mood.
Yeah. I like it. No, he's true.
Too many
I get it.
comics have walk-up music like they're in the WWE or in whatever it is, and yeah, I think it's funny to have corny-ass walk-up music.
Okay.
I like it. I'm not even like a hipster about it. I really like it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know.
Well, he does know.
And Aaron is such a smug dickhead about music.
No,
he makes me sick to my
gosh.
stomach.
I'm wearing a Lady
listens
Gaga
to,
shirt right now. Like,
ironically,
Oh,
might I
wow.
add. He has a
Yeah.
Justin Bieber shirt. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine's cool. Everyone likes that. But
Yeah.
Scarbrough has a Bieber shirt that he wears because it's funny.
it's funny.
I have
no,
a Britney Spears one I wear because it's funny.
You like
And she's
your
hot.
pool of songs that you listen to and
Oh, I
have
love
for
Britney.
years is like 17 songs, and and you like they're never like a B-side or anything like that.
It's the classic.
And
Ryan, let me
you
tell you
do
this.
have
Okay.
knowledge of one band,
Shinedown.
and that's Shinedown. You know the ins and outs and
I don't know
mythology
the ins and outs. I only
of
know like
Shinedown.
2006 to 2010 Shinedown. Okay,
That's absurd.
It's a drop in the
I gotta find out. I gotta listen to some Shinedown.
I
know.
liked them a
I know it.
lot when
You
I was
should.
in high school. They were like my favorite rock band, and then I found out way later that they stink. After everyone told me that they were bad.
Yeah,
But
isn't
like,
it-
I don't know. Did you like a band and then everyone informed you that you were wrong?
Yes, but I was in third grade, fourth grade. MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old are you?
40.
40. I got you.
Other than that, I can't think. No, I wasn't a big fan of Creed, or
I saw Creed live.
Yeah, I would
I
know
went to a
you.
Creed
You would.
concert.
Was
If
Shinedown
someone,
there?
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, well, yeah.
I've definitely seen Shinedown live.
I would only go to Creed if someone awesome was opening for him, and then I wouldn't even stay for Creed. I'm not into that.
Dude,
Yeah.
the
I love the idea of somebody awesome
the
opening for
Venn
Creed.
diagram, the Venn diagram of
Shinedown.
bands that are awesome that would
Who I-
also
who I-
open for
Yeah.
Creed.
In my opinion, who are awesome. Well, who opened for Creed? I bet you there's some really
Dude,
good
I
bands that
bet
open for
like
Creed.
I mean,
Sure.
I'd
yeah.
be like, hey, I'll watch them, but I'm not gonna.
Sometimes bands do tour with people like you would never think they would.
Like,
Like
if Primus, I could see Primus maybe opening for Creed. Man, maybe not. They're too cool for that.
Deftones are really cool in my opinion, and
Hell
they
yeah.
like do stuff with Slipknot and like they've shared stages. And
I can't remember who it was. Years and years ago.
Well, they go hard a lot. They can. Deftones can go super hard.
yeah.
So
for sure.
I can see them kind of being together.
Yeah. What were you saying, Ryan?
Sorry.
Oh no, I was going to talk about Creed.
Oh no.
I saw them with my dad years and years and years ago at the Midland,
yeah.
and lots of elbow room at that concert.
Your dad-
it wasn't packed.
Did
Lots
your
of
dad
room to
take?
stretch
Did your
and-
dad take you to Creed, or did you make your dad take you to Creed?
It was one of those things where I knew it was a band that he liked a lot, and I thought it'd be cool. I took him to Creed. I bought
Okay.
the tickets, and I was like, I'm taking my dad to a Creed concert as like a gift to him, and it was like not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody shits on Creed, and it's easy. It's easy to do. That's like the punch. You know, they're the punchline. Everyone
That's
shits
your
on 'em.
review of a Creed concert. Not
Not that good.
Now I've seen Nickelback live too.
Nickelback. That was the one
and
I was
know
thinking
that that's
of.
the
That's
one
a bad
everyone
one
else
too.
makes fun of.
Yeah,
they
they're
put
bad.
on a pretty good show. They had Shinedown opening for them. They had Breaking Benjamin opening.
Ooh,
for
I
'em.
like them.
Here's the thing: they very not good. Breaking Benjamin. Their live
Oh, yeah.
work was left a lot to be desired.
Good Lord, you'd never know from the from the studio recordings.
Yeah.
Well, who is good? Who is good live that you've seen?
I don't know.
Oh, this is about to get more embarrassing.
I haven't been to like I've seen like a lot of local bands at like the Rhino and
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh,
but
no,
I haven't
yeah.
seen like
You
a
saw,
concert.
you went
in
to Cold
ages.
War Kids. You like them?
Cold War Kids, not that good.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was because I saw them at Power and Light, and that venue is like whatever.
Okay, I've never seen a.
It's very
Event
claustrophobic. Yeah,
there.
they pack you in there.
No, I've been there
Sorry.
for events where it's assholes to elbows and you can barely breathe.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I've never seen like a show there.
I don't
Right.
know.
Well, that's the music topic of this portion of this.
Anyways,
podcast.
yeah, I guess my music taste leaves a lot to be desired. I've been told, but your music taste is pretty gross too.
Yeah, what do
'cause
you
you
like,
have a lot
Aaron?
of indie hipster kind of like the soundtrack of Juno kind of whatever.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do know what you mean.
Right. This is like, this is
we're
pretty-
both
this is-
gross, but on opposite ends of the
No.
spectrum. Is that fair?
you just don't have any understanding of culture or music.
Good music.
Especially music.
You're gonna tell me the Pina Colada song isn't culture?
Yeah,
know,
he
that's
does
a
kind of
bad
lose his
example.
argument. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's a bad example, but like you were singing earlier, the Temptations. I like the Temptations. I like all that.
See,
the
you don't
Four
like,
Tops
here,
are good.
I'm gonna correct you
Uh,
here. You don't like the Four Tops or Temptations. You like My Girl,
and like 5 or 6 of their other
and
songs.
Sugar Pie Honey.
That's
Shut
enough.
up! No, you don't.
Sugar Fly Honey Bun is a
name
good jam. Why
name
you-
one more song by the Four Tops.
I'm not on trial here. Let's talk about Rage Against the Machine.
Let's do
Now,
it.
That one's
Oh,
pretty
this
good.
shirt, I busted this shirt out because I just had on a vintage clothing guy on recently. And this, I was just looking at this, I was like, this is a vintage 90s shirt. I got this at this concert. So I got this in like 96.
Oh, that's cool.
That's held up well.
I've worn it this is probably the 3rd time I've ever worn it.
Yeah.
That's like still being able to fit into your wedding dress. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Concert tees.
Oh, yeah, I've been the same size my whole life.
That might be worth something. You know? Like a vintage.
Yeah, I'd sell this picture of my son's drawing before I'd sell this shirt.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got another kid.
Yeah.
She'll make me something.
Not to bury myself even further, but I get Rage Against the Machine confused with the Beastie Boys a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just dudes yelling.
I can
Stop
see
laughing at me.
I can see that.
There's a musician sitting next to me who's just throwing up right
Yeah.
now.
I can see
everything I've said.
I
It's
can
like
see
you seem
making that
like such a
mistake
nice
with
guy,
Sabotage. If you heard Sabotage, I could hear. I
Yeah.
could maybe see you making. Is this Rage?
I
could see that, but
almost-
nothing else.
A second ago, I was trying to think of music from that album specifically, and I was like, "Is that the one with Intergalactic Planetary?" on it?"
No, that was actually like 3 years after that too. 3 years. That song was like 3 years after this album. Maybe 2. Probably 2 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe 3. Yeah, I like music. I like all kinds of different music.
I never had like a
Jimmy
music.
Buffett can eat a dick though. I ain't listening to that pina colada hamburgers music.
That's not the Pina Colada guy. Rupert Holmes? It's not Holmes. Rupert.
What do you mean that's not
His
the pina
favorite
colada
song
guy?
of all time.
What do you mean that's not the pina-
He's grasping.
You're thinking of
Warren Buffett.
Margaritaville, which is night and day, my friend.
Did you
Very
say
different.
Warren Buffett just now?
Jimmy Buffett. I did say Warren Buffett. How'd you like to see him? I would pay to see Warren Buffett sing the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Jimmy
good.
Buffett. Jimmy Buffett doesn't sing Pina Colada.
I had it right. It's Rupert Holmes.
He sing "If You Like Pina Colada." Isn't that? That's not Jimmy Buffett.
Nah.
See,
Get the-
now,
they're the same
now who
person.
doesn't know stuff about music?
I know stuff about music. I don't know stuff about shitty music. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's-
Whatever. Here's the thing. I'm going to send you the link to Shinedown's cover of Simple Man. It's pretty good.
I know that song.
Thank you.
I know that song. I know. If I heard a
Now,
song by Sean, I'd be like, oh
originally-
yeah.
It's Leonard Skinner, though.
Yeah, they do much better. But I have heard that one. Who didn't Bob Seger? Didn't they do I feel like Bob Seger's involved with maybe Creed or Nickelback or something like that too.
Really?
With
No, I
don't know
doing
about that.
Santana did a Nickelback album, right? Wasn't Santana like he
a
did
song
some,
maybe? Did
some
they do
work on it?
Really?
Yeah, I think that, or maybe it wasn't a whole album. Maybe it was just a single. But
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah, it might be pretty good.
So is the Rhino going to open back up? Are we going to get some comedy soon?
I don't really know. You know, I can't tell. I haven't been paying attention to like any other venues or at all. You know, are shows gonna happen soon?
Like, where are we at in the comedy world? Is there a future? Is there stuff in the future where you can? Are things slowly starting to open up where you guys can start maybe trying to book something?
Dude,
or?
I think clubs are making plans to open up. As far as I know, I think Brandon Patrick, like I'm pretty sure he's going on tour like by the end of the month or something like that. So I think that especially, you know, like the loony bins and stuff like in the South, like, yeah, they're taking steps to get back to normal. But as far as here in Kansas City, the comedy club has been talking about doing stuff, right?
The Comedy Club of Kansas City, yeah, they've been posting about how can they open and make everybody comfortable. That's the thing, is like, are people going to be comfortable enough to...
It's going to be interesting.
Because people want to do shit. It's not that they don't want to do stuff, but are they
Yeah.
going to feel cool with, like, being in a crowd, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know.
It's
And
going
then
to be
comics
interesting.
are apprehensive about doing it, like, you know, because, you know, microphones are fucking petri dishes. At one of the nights I was hosting at Rhino, some fucking guy licked the microphone as a part of his joke. Oh, God, that guy needs to be in jail.
He probably is patient zero of Corona.
Oh, God. Yeah, he did it. He was bombing, obviously. Like, it's not like he was... Yeah, but he was bombing anyways. And
That's a classic. Yeah,
He
you
was-
only use that when you have
what's
to.
crazy is he was killing first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he walked off stage, and then rather than intro the guy from the booth, like how I had been doing, I went on stage, and without saying anything, I just, like, took that mic out of the thing
And put a new
and then
one.
plugged in a new one. And that new mic got a bigger pop than, like, most of the comics that whole night. But... yeah, yeah. It just depends, man. I mean,
yeah.
like, people are gonna have to have faith that it'll be worth it and okay.
It's going to
and
be
safe.
weird. I think they're going to start opening. I know I saw someone texted me yet. When did she text me? Friday, I think. Friday she was going down to Ozarks, got down there, found an open bar, sent me a picture of her in a bar drinking.
Wow.
And then another girl last night sent me a picture in Overland Park. There is a bar. It's called The Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And she said there was like 3 or 4 other people in there drinking.
Wow.
And I think Monday more things are supposed to open up. I saw someone else, I think at Chicken and Pickle maybe.
Oh,
I think
wow.
so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, what you're saying, how comfortable people are going to be. It's going to be cool or interesting to see the frontline people. And I don't mean the nurses. I mean
Yeah.
civilians being the front line, going out there. I got to get my
Yeah.
party on
Yeah, the
now.
first
Yeah.
people
There's
at
gonna be a
Chicken
bunch
and
of
Pickle.
Yeah, just some horny people needing to get laid, like horny single people. I don't care.
One of the
I need to get laid. I'm going out there, and it's gonna be all
one of my
dudes.
one of my favorite things
Yeah.
that I read early on was like that coronavirus is not sexually transferable, is what they were saying. As if you're not already gonna be breathing on each
Yeah.
other and
Yeah.
spitting and your
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't live in
Yeah.
jizz.
It
Jizz
is-
kills it.
It is the way
But
I do it.
it can't. If you fuck somebody through a hole in a wall, then you're not gonna get them sick. Other than that, it's just the dumbest shit.
Trump's gonna find this podcast and hear.
Yeah.
Did I just hear jizz?
Yeah.
Jizz cures
he'd be
corona?
like, you know, a lot of top minds are saying, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people talking right now about how it can, you know.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Doesn't jizz kill corona? Yeah. So just start drinking jizz.
That's the most frustrating thing about that. He speaks in nothing statements. Like, he's just like,
I love
like,
it. I love
people-
it. It's funny as fuck.
people are talking about how this might be this way, but it might not. But we're thinking it might be. Ah.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a sales strategy, and it works only on the dumbest people in the world. You know, like they're like, I heard him say that it was
Yeah.
that way. No, he said it might be. I don't know. I've been watching the press briefing.
I was
like
watch-
a few of them over the quarantine.
I was
and they
watching them in the
get mad.
beginning. Every day I would watch him for beginning just because it's hilarious. The guy's hilarious. He's just, the way he talks is just the nonsense that comes out of his mouth, the double speak. It's just, it's funny to watch. Like him or love him. And the dude's a comic. I've been saying this for a long time. He's a comic. He's a comic. He's he's a troll and he's a comic. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Bill Cosby's a comic.
He's the comic who would like.
I'm not saying, but
He's the comic who would like bomb for a minute and then start yelling at the crowd.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's too
you
sensitive.
guys don't
Yeah.
get me.
He's be like, "Fuck you, you're fake."
I just think like the stuff he does, like the Taco Bowl, when he did the Taco Bowl.
Ugh.
He just reposted it the other day.
Ah,
Yeah.
On Cinco de Mayo. He just reposted it. Like, oh, I remember, whatever. And then, like, they were going to buy Greenland. Were we going to buy Greenland? And then he said, don't worry, Greenland, I won't do this. And and it was a Photoshop of Trump Tower on Greenland. He posted that, like, don't worry, I won't do this when we buy you. Like, he does funny shit. He knows
but for every one of those tweets, there's a tweet where just in all caps at 2 a.m, he'll be like, I never said that. Yeah. Like, it's, you know, he's too.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny to watch. It's just fun. It's a funny presidency to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but from a comedy standpoint, and everyone says this, like, it's just, like, you can't make, like, Patton Oswalt had a great joke about it in a special a while back. He was like, people think that it makes being a comedian easier, but something to the effect of, as soon as you've written a joke, like, he's made a sombrero out of poop. And while you're telling it, he's, like, dancing in the poop sombrero behind you. Like, yeah, on some level, he's funny, but...
I mean, his nicknames that he gives people, the dude's just... I mean, he's a troll. He's like a comic troll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's like a funny, hilarious stand-up comedian, but he's got that heart.
Right.
He's a troll.
And he's
for
a troll
sure,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, he's 100% a
He
troll.
likes
He's a
fucking
great
with
troll.
people.
Yeah, like when he reposted the Taco Bowl, that was purely a troll. I reposted that on Facebook and just said, this dude is purely a troll. Look at it. I go, how do you guys not see this? It's hilarious.
Yeah.
People love it, man. People fucking love him. The reason
Oh,
he's
that's
gonna
the crazy
probably get reelected is because, like, I don't think he's done anything to bum out too bad anyone who voted for him the first time. And meanwhile, anyone else is just still kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, people are just passionately all about his shit.
Oh, the people that are passionate about him, they're on a whole other level. You get into those, like, so the other day was National Prayer Day or something like that.
Yeah.
And he made some big post, and I went on there. I love reading comments.
He's popular with Christians.
I went in there and
somehow.
just read all these ones that are just saying prayers for him. Thank you, Trump. God sends you, I And I posted on there. It's like, does anybody in here actually believe this guy ever prays? This dude's never prayed a single day in his life to anybody, anything. And then all these people, I don't know. It's just those people, too, are insane. The people are just sycophants.
That is one of the strangest phenomena or whatever. Like, just the fact that Christians, like hardcore Christians, are, like, for the most part, it's like unanimous. Like, and I'm not talking about like our Christian friends, you know, that are cool, but like
Evangelicals.
Yeah, like, it's just strange because he does so many things that are just completely like things that when I was raised as a Southern Baptist, just was taught that's totally wrong. From the infidelity to the like the divorces, the stealing, the lying,
right? All of it.
The ties to, you know, like organized crime, the ties to Russia, you know, all that. It's just big no for a Baptist.
Baptists don't like Russia?
Yeah. Huh? What?
Baptists don't like Russia?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to check back with them.
You guys haven't been on speaking terms for a while.
They didn't. I mean, I don't think they liked him in the 80s. But yeah. Now people aren't that turned off by Putin, I don't think.
Putin's a gangster.
They like Putin.
I mean, obviously, but also like, yeah, Putin's on a whole nother level.
Dude, Trump has such a dictator fetish, though.
He does.
Like, he's like, you can just have absolute fucking power. Shit. Yeah. Like, his whole thing was
That's why
like,
his little buddy, little Kim Jong-un, my little buddy,
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un. That's why he likes him so much, huh?
Dude, did he ever turn up?
No.
No?
That was a body double.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Body
I
double
haven't been
showed up.
following that.
The ribbon. Did you see the ribbon cutting that Kim Jong-un was at? Did the ribbon cutting?
No.
It's a body double, huh?
Yep.
Clearly a body.
Yeah,
It must have been tough to find a body double because they would have had to
there's-
find a
I
North
can't. I just
Korean
can't
and film for a
imagine.
little bit.
There's like 18 of them. I think there's 18 of them, and it's like a very prestigious job to have in North Korea.
Can
is to
you
be a
even
body
imagine
double.
living in a country where the government lies to you like that?
No way.
Yeah, where
Be
your
weird.
leader is a laughing stock.
It'd be weird.
That would stink.
Yeah, Trump's only missing a basketball friend.
Yeah.
Does anybody in the NBA like him? And Tom Brady likes him. He's got Tom Brady and Kanye. That might beat Dennis Rodman, but Dennis Rodman's pretty damn cool.
Does Kanye? I feel like Kanye at some point renounced. Or wait, is that the right word? Denounced.
Denounced is bad. Renounced is
yeah,
good.
he denounced Trump, didn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Like after a while.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
God, I was hoping so.
No. Well, at least some good stuff has
At some
come
point,
with
I'm
that.
gonna stop listening to
with,
that guy.
Yeah, with that relationship.
Yeah.
Because Kardashian, she's done a lot of good things for some prisoners.
Dude, she sure has. She's a lawyer.
Wait,
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian's a lawyer?
She passed the bar
Really?
exam.
Nice.
She's a legit ass impressive human being.
She is. You got to give it to her.
She's trying to help people.
Yeah, and she's succeeding. I mean, she's
Reform.
talking to Trump and getting these people out of prison that shouldn't
She
be there.
talks to Trump
Wow.
every day.
Really?
Huh.
I don't know if it's
Probably
that.
probably often
It's
though.
a lot.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about misinformation.
That's what I think is. I don't know. Yeah, there's just so many crazy things with the way this. Oh wow, we've gone another hour.
Yeah, time flies.
Mm.
Yeah,
Did you say another hour?
or a hour.
No, we
Oh, okay.
yeah, we started. a
Oh,
little
I-
before
I-
Well, we
the
dicked
beeps.
around for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what time is it? 2, I guess.
Yeah,
2
Kim
o'clock.
Kardashian's out. Kim Kardashian's out here trying to like do reform
Mm-hmm.
for prisoners.
Yeah, she's doing real stuff.
Yeah, she's speaking up for people.
Gotta give it to her. She started off doing that sex tape, got famous, and a lot of women or a lot of
Do
people.
you know how many people just stop there?
Yeah.
all of them except her.
I got a phone full of them.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my day. What are you laughing over there, Charlie? One of my sex tapes might leak, and I might make it big like Kim Kardashian. Now, I ain't got no Ray J hog on me, but, you know, it's fine.
Mm.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Aaron.
Ray J never
You're
really
forgiven.
did much.
Huh?
What's he doing, Ray J? Nothing.
Sitting back collecting money somewhere.
Collecting money.
Yeah.
Sure, he makes money.
Yeah, he's probably doing fine.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about old Ray J.
That's his Twitter bio. It's like, don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about me. I'm doing fine,
Mhm.
guys.
All right, you're right, Ray J. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got any sex tapes that could possibly get leaked? No?
No one.
Nothing I
A
know
lot
of.
of people don't know until it's too late. You know, because some people
Secret
aren't very.
tapes.
Oh,
secret
tapes. See,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's not cool.
I'm not a dirt bag. I'm straight up with my
Your filmmaking.
proclivities, I guess.
Proclivities.
Yeah, I have no sex tapes out there that I know of.
Mm.
You guys know how many you got phones? You guys have girlfriends? You don't ever want to make that equation a reality?
I don't know. It just seems like jerking off to your own sex tape. Like you were.
I don't jerk
Yeah,
off
it's-
to my own.
You already did it the first time. Like just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Why would you do it then?
Because I can.
Yeah.
That's the best answer I have for
Yeah.
you. Because I can. I
Yeah.
got the technology. I got a willing participant.
Is it on
I
disc
guess.
or?
It's on a floppy disk.
It's-
By the way, speaking of floppy,
Ah,
this
no.
podcast is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Blue Chew.
Ooh, I wish I could get a sponsor. I'd take Blue Chew or Hims or Roman. or
What?
any-
How evil would a company have to be for you to not take their sponsorship?
I mean, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
My morals are pretty low. I'll take money.
Yeah.
No, I've been offered a few things. It'd have to be. I would only take money from someone whose products that I would actually use and like actually stand
Right.
behind. I wouldn't just take. I don't know. I can't think of
What
anything
if-
bad, but
What if, say, the NRA wanted to sponsor Neanderthal? Would you take their money?
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got guns in my bedroom.
Well, yeah. Who doesn't? But
What if a struggling?
Sorry, yeah, I
yeah,
Well,
I've
I like-
got a
I'm fine
bazooka
with
in
the
the
NRA.
Highlander.
I have
Ryan,
a better
but,
example. What if a
you know-
struggling mediocre painter wanted to sponsor your podcast?
Right.
yeah, he can do that.
Yeah.
You're not getting. You got nothing coming to you, Ryan.
That's all right. You're here. That's all I need.
I'm glad to be here. I like this. This is fun.
Clearly, I don't do this for money. But if it ever happens, that'd be awesome.
Well,
Just do it for the passion and the love for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, man.
You just gotta the consistency thing is the big part with podcasts. Me and Steven Taylor, who's a comedian in Kansas City, funny dude.
Yeah.
We had a podcast.
Bigger dude. I've seen him too. He's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's just funny
in my
to me.
first.
This is
I'm
fun,
picturing him on stage. Our bigger dude, sweater.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Everyone's bigger than Ryan, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
well,
a little
that's
guy.
all right. But yeah, he and I had a podcast where we would bring like a comic on, and they would bring like
Their first set.
it was either their first set or just a set of them
Okay.
bombing.
I've heard your
Not
podcast.
necessarily
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, I've listened to
Oh
it.
no shit! Yeah,
I've listened to a bunch of episodes. That's funny.
SoundCloud bills me for $15 a month to keep it up, but we haven't done a new one in a long time. He and I both just got busy, and then I personally just got tired of doing it, just because like the whole point was to kind of tease people, you know,
Uh-huh.
like it wasn't a supportive atmosphere,
Right.
but that was the joke, right?
Right.
And then I just got tired of. You do it with your friends, and that's fun, but like doing that with strangers just never felt appropriate. It was harder.
Oh, yeah.
It was harder to loosen up and like really feel comfortable roasting people you didn't know very
That
well,
makes
at least for
sense.
me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it was just people brought in clips that were just not super funny to make fun of sometimes, and it was just there were some great episodes, but yeah, I don't know. If he and I gave more of a shit, we'd bring it back and do it again, but we were getting
It's
to the
hard.
point-
Consistency's hard, man.
Yeah.
That is the number one thing you got to be with anything.
That podcast is called Set to Destroy, if anyone gives a shit, but you don't have to.
Set to destroy. It's good. I listened to quite a few episodes of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Yeah, they're fun. They're like an hour. Not too bad. Put it on while you do the dishes, right? Some
Yeah.
Yard work.
That's hard to do. Oh, yeah, I guess yard work. I'm thinking
Probably
mowing.
not. Yeah,
mowing.
That's a good point.
But yeah, if you're weeding the garden.
If you're planting, right? Driving. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Don't know shit. I don't, you guys. It's all hitting me right now. I don't know anything. About anything.
Yeah.
What do you want to know more about?
Everything. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to know more about the economy.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been kind of curious about what's going to, because I don't know how the economy works in general. Just, it's the economy, right? It's
Yeah.
what the fuck is the economy? The housing market crashed and everyone has to suffer? Why? The banking, I don't know. I don't understand the economy. So I'd like to know more about that, especially now with the coronavirus shutting shit down for so long, the impacts that this is going to have, because we haven't even seen them yet. They're saying in a couple more months, we're going to start seeing the implications of this in the economy. And you see small ones. I went to the store the other day to get, food. And normally you can buy as much meat as you want. Well, they had a sign on there that said 6 fresh meats per customer or whatever.
I
Wendy's.
heard that 1 out of every 4 Wendy's is out of beef or meat or something.
Yeah, I think
Good
it's like
Lord.
15% of their stores are out of beef.
I went to McDonald's the other day. The one I went to at least was out of chicken. They were like, we don't have any fucking chicken. That's how this. It's like we don't. We're fucked, dude.
They had to. There was some. I think maybe Tyson or something like that. They had to slaughter, just kill, like throw out, I think 2 million chickens because they didn't have people to butcher them. So they just had to. There was nothing to do. They just had to throw them out.
They didn't
2
have
million.
people to butcher them, but they had people to euthanize them. What's going on?
I think I think a lot goes into butchering it.
Yeah.
I think they were just dead waiting. I don't know how that just.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's a tough.
So it's gonna be. So I'd like to know more about the economy to see what's gonna happen, or the economy to see. I don't know. I just like to know more about that.
I think one of
Seems
the
wise.
things that makes people adults is being able to hold your own in conversations about shit like that. Like if someone starts talking about the economy, you don't panic. Like you can be able to be like, well, there's not a lot of faith in the bonds right now, or whatever it is. It's a bad
It's a
example.
real bear market right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what
bear,
that
the
means,
bull,
but yeah.
the whole rigmarole. Yeah.
Have you checked Acorns today? It's my
Ah,
app,
yes.
yeah.
I've heard that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah, I don't know. This podcast is sponsored by Acorns.
Dude, I have Acorns. I should.
I don't know what Acorns is. What are you talking
tell
Tell
about?
them what Acorns is.
What is Acorns?
Acorns is a ground.
Charlie, you know what Acorns is? Stock exchange. Okay, Robin Hood.
Oh. English, please.
So like if you spend $1.70 on a thing, it'll take it'll round it up to $2. It'll take that 30 cents and it'll invest it for you in something.
I don't trust that.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. That they made a whole movie based around that. Office Space.
Office Space.
Yeah.
They're gonna take a couple penny. I don't know. I don't trust that. It seems. But it seems I like that
Dude,
idea.
If it wasn't trustworthy, would Ashton Kutcher put his name on it?
It's a good point.
It's a damn good point. I didn't know. You didn't tell me Ashton Kutcher was.
What's he trying to do? Punk us?
Yeah.
Guys, Tricky Comedy
Hey-o.
at Twitter. Let's see. What else?
Gross.
That was good. Tricky Comedy? Instagram?
That's my Instagram. That's my Twitter, Facebook, all that shit.
All that stuff?
Yeah. Mhm.
Bad Aaron Scarbrough.
Bad_Aaron_.
I like
Scarbrough.
Instagram more as well, by the way.
Yeah?
I'll Instagram you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neanderthal Pod.
Cool.
Easy. I love Instagram. You curate your own stuff, what you want to see, what you want to find. You don't have to get sucked into political dribble like Facebook.
Very little of that shit. Yeah, it's just pictures of
Of course,
stuff.
I can't troll Jeremy Danner on Instagram. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be as
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It's a purer place.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Yeah.
bit more positive. I think more positive.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram's more positive, you think?
Mhm. I think so.
Definitely.
Just read through
Yeah.
the comments. You're not going to find a whole lot of negative comments on Instagram
It's-
comments.
Yeah, it's more of a pain to like scroll through comments on so there's less like conversations on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whereas Facebook is just like
Yeah. Instagram's just visual.
I like making my own flyers for shows and other shit like that too. So
Are you
that's a
graphic
fun place
design kind of?
I don't know anything, but I have like apps on my phone and I've just making stuff and
oh man, and his posters are the most tasteless things I've ever seen.
what on earth are you referring
For
to?
example, you made one that that mocked those helpful texting kills.
I'll show you this right now.
That's
He's
funny.
right.
Public service announcements.
That one was pretty good.
I mean, he does this with his stand-up a lot as well. He has kind of a death fixation, and he tends to make light of people's sorrow.
Oh my gosh! Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving me shit like he wasn't aiding and abetting anyways.
So he's taking.
He's in the
He's
thing.
got
I
a
was
picture of
complicit in that.
Aaron here that looks like. What do you look like? Like a
Very solemn.
child molesting Southern.
I was just gonna talk about your mood, but he's saying you look like a child molester.
Like a child, like a Southern hillbilly child molester that's put on his best Easter outfit.
As I said, he's good with Photoshop.
I didn't ask him to do any of that either.
And it says just pure black back, or like a chalkboard background thing. My friend was killed while texting and driving.
No, there's 3 pictures there.
Oh, yeah, it's got the thing. Okay, this is the last text he sent. Ryan Trickey this weekend at Clint's Comedy Stop, Friday and Saturday. I love it. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
This is what I'm talking about, though.
That is tasteless. It's funny.
You do have to find ways to like be unique about plugging shit, otherwise people just keep scrolling past it. They don't necessarily go to the show, but at least it's
At least they saw it.
yeah.
Maybe
least
they're at least seeing it. And like, oh, this dude's a comic. He's really funny. Let me follow him.
Yeah.
I have had more people from Instagram, I think, than anything else actually like work. You know what I mean? Like even if Facebook, we were talking about likes earlier. Like I think Facebook shit will get more likes, but on Instagram, those likes translate to people actually coming to stuff more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a set months ago where this fucking guy heckling me, being a pain in the ass. And at the end, I plugged my Instagram before I got off stage. I had like 7 new followers
Nice.
the next morning, and a lot of them messaged me and like, that guy was an asshole.
Nice.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah. So Instagram seems to be the thing people actually give a shit about.
It's a lot of, people like yourselves, like people who are in the business or in a business or active in whatever their passion is, and they like watching other people being active in their passion. It's a lot of promotion and cross promotion. Like that's what I've been finding out.
Mm-hmm.
Like people use.
You're in
love
with the hip hop community here.
a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot of people know. I don't know how aware
Well,
people are.
I wonder if he
Yeah.
knows
Of me?
Jeff Nelson.
No.
As a friend of ours who's a KC guy, he lives in Denver now, but he
used
made
to
a
work at
music
Strange
video recently.
Music.
Strange Music, the
Yeah.
Tech Nines.
Tech 9 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. People are aware of this show and me, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's good to have people be aware of you.
Yeah, it is cool. It's cool. Like, yeah, it's cool. And yeah, especially recently, a couple people have been reaching out to me, and I was like, whoa, this dude's followed me. Like KC Young Boss followed me last week, just out of the blue. I was like, oh shit, he's one of my favorite rappers. And he's just followed. And then on Saturday or Friday, he sent me and like 4 other people, said, hey, I'm sending you guys who are like hip hop guys in the community this little thing. Will you help me plug it? Like, it was like a little 1-minute video of his new album coming out and stuff.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
holy
cool.
shit. So that was super cool. So I don't know. Some hip hop people know me around here.
Yeah.
It's a fun audience to have. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, I've been a hip hop head my whole life. Like I got into hip hop before I probably should have.
Yeah.
Like, no, I shouldn't say that. I got into the wrong kind of hip hop at a very young. I was listening to 2 Live Crew at a very impressionable age.
Yeah.
Did you have like a parent or a friend that was like a music person and they just like got you into all this shit? Or was that like what happened with one of you? Like how? Because I feel like I don't have any fucking music people in my life.
Oh, actually,
so I just was left
no,
alone in a room with a Goo Goo Dolls CD, and that's
Yeah,
why
you
I'm
were-
the way I am.
You were, yeah. I mean that's why you are.
Goo Goo Dolls not a terrible selection.
It's all about who you surround
Thank
yourself
you.
with, Ryan. And you hung out with other hair gel guys who were into.
I come from a
Kinda.
long line of hair gel guys.
That looks
who
like
are-
moose. That looks like moose
Well,
to me.
It's balm,
I've-
technically. but
I've guided him in the right direction with what to do with his hair. But
that could not be
but
further
his
from
hair, he used to.
That is the
when I
most
met
shocking
Ryan-
thing I've heard. That is the most offensive thing I've
Ryan-
heard all day.
Ryan used to like somehow gel his hair so that like each individual piece of hair could be seen
Yeah.
up against his stark white scalp.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
what gel would do. Yeah, you'd have like long,
Especially if
thick
it's
spikes.
wet. If you did it when
Yeah,
it was
definitely,
wet.
definitely. Yeah.
and
It's
yeah.
not quite so crazy anymore.
Well, yeah, he's done stuff to make it more opaque.
Dude, I used to be when I was in like school, I would like only gel the front of my hair. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't occur to me to do the rest of it. So it would be like flowy and shitty back here and then fucking like exactly and like even more aggressive like
Just what looks good in the mirror.
Yeah.
Such an asshole.
That's
so
so
bad.
funny. Wow. Yeah, hair's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
We've all got some hair here. We should all be happy. Well, you guys are. How old are you, Aaron? You're
I'm 29.
okay.
You notice I cut you off into like before you could say what you thought because I get my feelings hurt all
I was
the
gonna
time.
say 27.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's
No,
tricky?
you weren't.
I promise you.
Really?
Uh huh.
I'll be 28 in like a month.
Okay.
I'm almost 28.
I would have
Dude.
said older for him. I would have said like 32.
A lot of people think I'm older. I think I'm
Yeah.
just like I don't get a lot of sleep and people just
You
Were
just-
you-
yeah.
were
You always
you
want
there at
people
the
to think
mic?
you're younger, but
Were
what?
you there at the mic? So at Mockingbird, this was before quarantine. I was doing a set at the open mic, and there was a guy up front, a really friendly, like nice guy. He'd been a great audience member the whole show, and he was like really cool. And somehow in my set, my age came up, and I asked this nice man how old he thought I was, and he said, like, and this hurts so much more because he's
Yes,
a nice guy,
right.
Right,
you know?
he wasn't out trying to
Yeah,
get you.
he wasn't
was
out trying to get me. If
earnestly,
anything,
like,
if anything, he was trying to be nice, so he underdid it. But he was like, I don't know, 45.
What?
And it hurts so
Oh.
bad because he's a kind person.
Yeah.
Like if he was a dick, I'd be like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was nice, so I know he was giving me the benefit of the doubt.
I do got to be honest. I
That's
got to be
awesome.
honest. You did. Well, the first time I went to the open mic night, you did your
Right.
thing, and you said you were like 29 up there, and I was with my friend. I started laughing because I thought you were joking.
Yeah.
Because I did. You do
I
look.
got to do something.
You look.
Well, and I carry
It's the
myself in a very
beard.
mature
It's just the
way.
beard.
But
Shave the beard. You're gonna look your age.
all right.
I shaved like a month ago. I had like more facial hair than this, and because I was still going to work and I had to wear the the masks, and if you have a beard, it's bullshit. So like I shaved, and I thought I would look like way younger. I just looked worse. Like I just had.
Just because you get used to seeing it.
Dude, I don't have much of a jawline really.
I know.
And it's just dog shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know the feeling. I've done I've done everything with my facial hair, and now when I shave, now that I have gray in my beard, it's like spotted. And it's more than spotted. It's fucking in there.
I think the gray is okay though. I think the gray or the white. I think that's kind of a cool. At least for
it's
dudes,
fine.
right?
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And doing this it gets real long. Then
Thank
I'll dye
goodness
it.
you can grow a beard.
Oh, I love it.
If you couldn't
Yeah.
grow a beard and if you were losing your hair, that'd be a rough one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I shaved it off recently when it got kind of big, and then you shave it off. You're like, oh my gosh, I look so. It's an adjustment. You're like, you lose years, but you also lose like weight and like definition.
Oh yeah.
Because you get when you shave it at a certain point, it's like, oh, I got a jawline.
Right.
Then you shave it off, it's like, oh,
That's what I would tell my barber. I'm like, make me look like I'm a man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just help me out, please.
Yeah, just help me out. I'll pay you whatever you want.
And you just keep going through barbers until you find the right one.
I have a great one now. Well, R.I.P. But yeah.
They didn't die. I have to translate for people. Yeah.
Just
Who's texting
he's
and
getting
driving?
back in the saddle. I'm friends with him on Facebook and everything too. Me and my barber are cool. He's a fan of comedy.
You don't
Oh,
hit him up
good.
and be like, are you doing stuff in your garage or anything? Like,
Dude, I texted him when this started, or not text him, I Facebook messaged him,
right.
and just kind of jokingly being like that. He said that if you get caught doing it, it's a $4,000 fine.
Ooh.
$4,000.
Oh, shit. I see a lot of people on Instagram that need to be
And because he's
not putting that shit on their stories.
you can cut your kid's hair and shit, and it's whatever. But
Right.
because he's like a barber with a diploma.
Well, he has a license, right? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and all that shit. And if I give him a dime, then it's in violation of
Yeah.
whatever. So
Well, it'd just be. I'm sure there's a way around it. Hey, free haircuts, donations accepted.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a BYOB show or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll cut your hair. You get a free painting. Or no, if you buy a painting. Yeah. I could do. I could do back alley haircuts.
It's comic, ladies and gentlemen. They're not all winners.
I love
Hey.
staring.
I'm just fucking.
I love
Hey.
staring at my
Hey.
friends when they throw. Nothing's worse than bombing in conversation is hard too.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I don't help anyone ever. Like, have you ever
No,
heard
you
like
don't. You're
no,
cold.
I'm so cold. Like sometimes you'll listen to like morning radio or whatever, which is usually terrible. And then
horrible.
like somebody will throw something out and they'll be like, and that's when I told her to fuck her. Yeah, they wouldn't say that on the radio, but like they throw something out there and then everyone, and it's not good, but then everyone around is like, oh yeah, and then you know what? And they just keep it moving. I would never do that to a friend. I love just staring at people.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna laugh at
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I
but
used
that's
to
that whole radio thing, right?
I used to, there'd be times, I can't get anybody with this anymore, but there have been times where like somebody will say something to be funny, and then I'll just be like, wait, what was that? And then I'll see if I can get them to say it again. And if they start to say it again, I'll be like, I heard you the first time.
See,
That's a
your
good one.
enjoyment of that, though, that's
like
like
it.
on these true crime podcasts when they're talking about the serial killer, like what they enjoyed before.
Yeah.
Like they moved on.
Nobody would be like, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you're obviously not a serial killer. Then you got to be a nice guy to be a serial killer.
Not always.
That's a good
Like,
point.
not all of them were
Oh.
like that. Like, I was talking about, because I listened to the last podcast on the left. They had that episode about Bob Berdella, the Kansas City guy. He was a prick his whole life. And
Oh, yeah?
people pretty much couldn't stand him. His neighbors thought he was a nice guy, but that's it. Like,
It probably doesn't take much for your neighbors to think you're a nice guy. All you have to do is not be loud and have a neat yard.
Wave at them,
You know what I mean?
really?
nod your head if you see them.
Is that an incriminating thing for me to
you're
say?
like, it's not hard to trick your neighbors into thinking that nothing's wrong.
It's a pretty good
That's a good
observation.
point. Yeah, fair enough.
I got some interesting neighbors here. I have right across the street. They fight all the time, and it's when they fight, the whole neighborhood knows that they're fighting. Charlie's been here. You've seen him. And I love him. And I mean, the chick owns it. Like she runs the house. And she's probably making the money. But he'll be like on the like yelling, crying at her. You know what? You ever heard a guy yell, cry? Like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
No.
No, yeah, fuck you. No, yeah. It's so good.
I don't have sex tapes. I have tapes of me yell crying.
Yeah,
that I
it's
do
so
just as
good. And you
humiliating
just
as
hear
they
them,
go.
just these crazy fucking fights they have. And I was watching, there's a badass burrito spot on my street up here. I went up to go get a burrito. I walk, and I walked back, and I was walking back here, and they were coming this way up the street. The couple and like a couple of their kids. And it's like, do I make eye contact with them? Like, surely they know that.
The fight
Like, I'll
had
go,
ended at that
like
point.
during quarantine, I'll park my ass right out front here in that chair and just sit there.
Yeah.
And that's my entertainment. I got my music blasting upstairs. It's like, do I give them a wave, a nod?
But
Like,
if we lose that human connection, then what do we have throughout?
Yeah,
this
you're
whole
right.
thing, you know.
but and as I was getting closer and closer to this couple, it felt more and more like they were my reality TV show, and they were almost like celebrity-like to me.
Huge fan.
I know, like,
yeah.
you really laid it on him last week.
Yeah.
Like, what do I like? Because he knows that I know. I don't know. It's like this
Yeah.
whole weird thing is, I don't know.
Dude, Sam Morrill in his new special had a bit about that. Did you watch his?
I watched it, but I can't remember what you're talking about.
He
though.
said, he's heard his neighbors like fighting constantly, and it's entertaining. And he finally had to intervene, so he like knocked on the door, and he was like, "Hey guys, huge fan." They're like frequent
Long
listener.
time,
Yeah,
long time
listener.
listener, first
Yeah.
time Yeah,
Knocker.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I loved that bit. But
That's good.
That's a good special. Mark Norman's new one comes out Tuesday.
I know, right?
On just YouTube.
that's
Yeah.
it's gonna be great. He has like so well, and we saw him like a year ago at the Improv.
Yeah.
But he has so many jokes, and he does like old material and new material, and it's all very quick jokes. So I wonder like how much of that stuff we heard, because it didn't feel like he was,
Yeah.
working on a themed, like, it's not a special that flows like as one theme, like the new Brian Callen special or anything like that. It's like just random jokes. It's just jokes. So I wonder what he has that I haven't.
But that's so
heard.
great because you get people who
Yeah.
go up there and just fucking dilly dally, you know, and just like they got all goddamn day, and then like, but yeah, there's something to be said for just getting to it,
Yeah.
you know.
What's the Brian Callen one called? Is it
Yeah,
Something
something
Apes?
apes.
Is
I
it
don't
good?
know.
I like him. I like him as a personality.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I love his stand-up.
I loved that special, and it's like what Colin
It's like a one man show.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying? Yeah, like
Yeah,
Colin
it's-
Quinn kind of.
Yes, it's a themed, like, it's very coherent and well put together, and has a beginning and it, like, clear.
He's a smart
it.
dude. I really like him a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, you should check that out. I think it's on Prime.
I like the idea of doing something like that, like writing a one man show about something. The closest I'd ever come to doing that was the Carlos show, which was like the storytelling show.
Yeah,
And I accidentally did like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And I even cut stuff to get to 30. But
Yeah.
like, I don't think I could. There was like a lot of hyper personal shit in there. Like stuff about like my family that I didn't necessarily clear with them to talk about in front of people. Which like for one show, who gives a shit?
Right.
But like, it was just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who are some of your guys' favorite, like, big name acts?
Mark Normand is huge for me.
There's a lot of comics that are like super, super good, but aren't like, I mean, Dave Chappelle's great. You know,
sure.
all that shit.
Sure.
But like, then there's a lot of guys who like aren't necessarily like famous, but they're like touring headliners and they're really great. And like Mark Normand's a great example. He mentioned Sam Morrill, who's another guy who has a great YouTube special right now, and like just dudes like that. But like, I like Bill Burr, right?
Oh, sure.
I liked Louis' earlier stuff.
You have to say that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But, I don't know. What about
Me?
like, comedians and stuff?
Yeah, I like
I
Do you
like
guys
my
watch a lot of?
stuff.
Do you guys watch other comedians a
I
lot, or
got
are you
caught
afraid?
up for like a week or so. I was watching some like new stand-up specials. I liked Nikki Glazer's special. That was awesome. Pete Davidson's special was nice.
I've heard it stinks. You liked it?
I
haven't
did
watched
like it. It's the thing that, like, I don't. Who told you it stinks? Was it a comic?
Yeah.
It is sloppy. I will tell you that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's very. But I mean, that's kind of his style. But who else had a new
whatever.
special that I liked?
I don't watch him very often. I don't watch.
I was gonna say, do you
stand-up
not
a
watch
lot.
them because
The new
you're
Mark
afraid
Maron
it'll
was
leak
good.
into your material, or like you don't want to?
No, I like watching them.
I'm that way with certain guys. I'm worried that their cadence or whoever will get into my brain too much. But generally speaking, I mean, we're at shows and mics so often that we already see a lot of it live.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. But that's just me. I bet a lot of comics
Dude.
watch and listen all the fucking time. I probably should more.
The last weekend I did comedy, I was in Arkansas, and I was just emceeing, but I got to work with April Macy, and
The name sounds familiar.
she blew my mind as far as just like she's so good at the art of just doing stand up and reacting to the crowd and just physical comedy. I didn't expect to like her as much as I did. And like she was super cool and she talked to me about she's a huge fan of like Brian Regan. And I thought that was really interesting because that wouldn't be who I would think was her influence. But now I see it like just being able to use your body and your mannerisms to make something just way funnier than it should be.
Dane Cook.
Well,
Right? Wasn't that?
Dane Cook's like I don't know. It seems like last year he was
Well, I just
doing a
meant when
lot
he
of
was
new podcasts.
when he was like hyped. You know, when
yeah.
A lot of that physical stuff and noises. It just.
Well, people like, female comics like April Macy, people tend to be like, oh, they just do vagina material or whatever. And, when you see her live, like she is number one, she's a terrific joke writer, but she's also just physically hilarious. Like Brian Regan with the faces that she makes and the way she mimes stuff. And, she talked to me a lot about that because I had to drive her to the hotel. I got to drive her to the hotel, let's be honest. And I was really excited to implement what she told me. And then stand-up died.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
The next day. So.
I'm right there with you because I was like right before stand-up died forever. I was like on a 2-week run of having done it every night or something. And I was just feeling it. Like I was just feeling good. Had shit I was working on, like new bits, enjoying it, all that shit.
And now you're gonna have
was
to get right
grooving.
back into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Confidence is up. You're in the groove, and then now you're gonna
Coming
have to start
off
over.
good shows.
Oh, that
all
sucks.
That shit. Yeah.
I hope it starts up soon, though. I want to get out and watch some comedy. I want to get up there and do it again. I'm ready.
It's going to be
The
weird.
Rhino's the place to do it, man. I mean, there's a ton of shit going on in Kansas City, but the Rhino's been my favorite place for a while now. Like, that's a great room. It's fucking, the staff there gets it. They're easy to work with. They take care of you. You know what I mean? They're not trying to fuck you. They'll promote your shit, all that good stuff. And, yeah, it's just a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
There have been nights where, like, I feel like the crowd at the mic there is, like, too good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Too good to like grow from, like as you should from a mic. Is that what you're talking about?
Too good as in like if I'm doing new stuff, I'm like that was not fair. Like I got to take this stuff to like tougher rooms to get a better gauge of how good this shit is.
I need to run this at the groundhog.
Because a lot of the crowd is just other open micers. It's a lot of open micers, and they're.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of comedy open mics are like almost entirely other comics.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, it's not so bad. Kansas City, we're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
But the Rhino has like a lot of like civilians go who like just dig listening to it. They're nice, attentive people, and there's not bullshit happening in the room. You're not in the middle of a bar.
And they stay till the end, which is
and they stick around.
mind blowing. Like we have sometimes 40 comics, and they're still there at the end, like paying attention to everyone. Like it's weird.
Yeah, I always wonder what that is. If it's just their cheap dates, like they're taking their date there, and it's free comedy. Hey, I promised my girl I'm gonna take her. We're gonna go see live comedy tonight.
Yeah.
They're telling their friends, and
I
they feel
can't-
obligated to stay the whole time.
I can't imagine sitting through an entire. I shouldn't say this, but because like the hope is that people will come.
Yeah.
But like I have a hard time imagining like just being an audience member for the whole thing, like just paying attention the whole time. But people do it. They get into it, man. And there's all kinds of there's like really talented people in the scene here who like give a shit and they try really hard and they're practicing stuff or they're trying out new stuff. And then there's people who are like pretty good, and then there's people who are like still trying to figure out whatever. And then you get like really crazy weirdos. And it's not super often, but like you get them too. And so like it's a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Makes me think or wonder what it would be like at. Like
You should try writing stuff.
I will.
Yeah.
I got premises written.
Yeah, that's good.
That's how it always starts.
Yeah. I got a bunch of shit on my phone I've been writing fairly recently that I think I could turn into something.
Yeah. The stress is when you don't know what you want to write about. You're like, fuck, I don't really know what I want to. So at least you got that starting point. So that's good.
All right. Well, when it opens up,
Yeah. You
I'm gonna come back
still
up.
have time.
so I got time to write something real good. Give me a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It won't be boring. Maybe not even
When
funny.
is this airing?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
What do you guys want to say? Happy Mother's Day, which is today.
Yeah.
Happy, what is today? What's tomorrow? Happy Baby Mama's Day? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's something when you have Happy Side Piece Day?
Side piece day
Side
shouldn't be
piece
after
day.
Mother's Day.
I'm thinking
Mother's
I'm thinking
Side
Valentine's
piece, you
Day.
better be talking about cheesy corn. God.
No,
Whoa, hey.
tomorrow's something like side piece with your baby mom. I don't know. It's gotta
Bro
be.
comedy on LinkedIn.
It's gotta be. My main piece that's got the kids. Happy Mother's Day, but my side piece that has kids, that's tomorrow.
Good Lord.
That's her day tomorrow.
Well, I'm glad they get their own day because they've.
I don't have that. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's a thing.
Side piece day.
No, side piece day is the day after Valentine's Day.
That'd be a tough day to find out that you're the side piece. You're like, hey, you didn't call me yesterday. I know.
Happy Mother's Day.
Here's a card.
Here's a card. Yeah, you guys want to say or pimp anything? Aaron, I was wanting to talk to you a little bit about your art. You've moved into a new studio. You got your own car now. Things are going well. I see you got phone cases with your art pieces.
Yeah, I'm coming of age. I'm a man.
No, really, it's really cool to see like your entrepreneurial side come out. And
That makes it sound like I'm selling multivitamins, but
If you sell one of his paintings for it,
yeah,
then
use
it's like a multi-level marketing scheme.
yeah,
that could be a good idea. I have many scams running right now, but none of them involve multivitamins or
CBD. You're supposed to get into CBD right now. That's the thing.
You should
all the
tell him.
rage.
You should tell him about the guy who will comment really sarcastic-y, patronizing shit.
Well,
You don't have to say his name,
yeah.
but just like, because you have been like killing it lately, but you still don't necessarily get the respect
but
that you feel that
he
you
listens
deserve.
to everything.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. What's going on here, Ryan?
Hypothetically,
I like hypotheticals.
You're gonna say something.
you've got
that-
this podcast
Uh-huh.
and you love it and you do it a lot and it's fun and you get listeners and all that good stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then you just have this person commenting on everything. Oh, that's really good for you.
It's cool
That's
that you've
cool.
been doing little things.
Little
like
things
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
have
yeah,
been really-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool that you.
Your hobby's really picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Same guy. A hater.
I'm so proud of you for being able to, not a hater, but like a condescending
Oh, he's a hater. He's just
supporter.
doing it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So say I got that going on.
Yeah.
The only thing
I think
more,
it's cute that you're keeping busy with this.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
well,
it's 100%
I'm
shade.
exaggerating like a little bit, but
Yeah.
not a lot.
The only thing that's more annoying than that is my reaction to it, though, because I should be secure enough to where it doesn't bother me. There's no reason why we should be even talking about it right now, but it does.
That's okay. Let
I'm
it
a
out.
serious man, and I'm a real man. I drive.
You should
know.
never be in a situation where you're screaming, "I'm a real."
I don't know. Yeah.
So
That's the gist.
that's
of it.
it? Just some dude? Now, how well would I know this guy?
You don't
You
know
wouldn't.
him.
I don't know him?
Yeah, you
No,
would.
no. The guy that's coming at me. Do I know him at all? Is he an adult?
Oh,
Hypothetically, would I know him?
In this
Don't.
scenario, he's a podcast connoisseur,
Okay.
and he might even do a little casting of his own.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But
You
he's
know,
not
If
really.
he
He'd like
figures
to be
this
on-
out, he's gonna be real offended now.
He's not
But
good,
you
is
just did what he's doing to me.
he? Is he good?
Casting of his own.
Yeah. That's cute that you've been doing some
he has.
casting of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he
He's-
local? Would he be
He
local?
means
it doesn't
well.
matter. It's just it's just funny.
The
little
main-
pieces of disrespect. I mean, I tease him, but like
The
you
main
know.
thing is this guy is wrong because I'm legitimate, and yeah,
Legitimate at what? Comedy or
Driving.
painting?
I-
Driving, being a man?
yeah,
Is he?
I drive.
Is his major grievance with you that you're not a man?
That's what I mean, that's how I interpret it.
I think that you nailed it. That the source of this is your insecurity and the fact that this
Yeah.
bothers you so much.
It's, it's okay that it does. Shit bothers us. We all have insecurities. This little,
yeah.
this
You've
little
been
gnats
need
getting
Weren't
after.
we
for
getting to the
external
plug part?
validation
We were getting
because
to
of
the
a
plug
lack of
part, and
internal
all we're
validation.
doing is plugging this
No, I was,
condescending.
We're plugging your
bullet.
insecurities.
well, I was trying to talk to you about your art and your entrepreneurial
Yeah.
branch
I
and
am
wings
getting
that
in
are
the
coming
way
off,
of your
but
art stuff.
but
Yeah,
Here,
then,
I'm
then
gonna
mean-
use the restroom. That's what I'll do.
there you go.
Yeah. I mean, just follow my Instagram, bad_Aaron_Scarbrough.
What made you make the decision or whatever? Because you got a studio
I did get a studio.
to where you're gonna. You all right over there?
Yeah. the
Tripped up?
cord
Ah,
was-
that
I was
happens,
either
yeah.
gonna trip over it or yank it out, and I fixed it.
But yeah, you actually have like a space now where you can do your
Yeah.
stuff instead of your house. Like it just that shows like an initial
It
initiative.
shows that I'm making money, Ryan.
That too
That's
is that.
what it shows.
I don't know about that. Does it? I guess it does.
It's
I mean,
not
you're,
very-
when you
It's
pulled
not
up,
very expensive, but
but so you're doing good with the art. Like that's.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
my-
art's doing so good that you were able to do that.
yes.
That's fucking awesome.
I haven't had a job since January.
know.
I've been supporting myself
With art.
with art.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah. I hope that guy listens to this.
Yeah. Fuck you, guy.
I wouldn't say that, but
But I will, and I am.
and
Fuck
I don't
you, guy.
even dislike the person. I wish he knew that he was hurting my feelings. Actually, maybe that's what he wants.
Nah. You think people really? Yeah.
I
I don't know. Do people really want to hurt somebody's feelings if they don't know? I don't know. Yeah, there's sociopaths out there, and you know.
I don't think he's that type.
I don't think. I would say he's probably. You're talking about the insecure. You're being a little. You're insecure with it. He's obviously the one that's insecure. He's jealous of what you're doing.
Maybe.
Is he doing this to other people?
No. Not that I know of. I
So
don't-
there's something about it. He. You're doing something that he wishes he could do,
Maybe.
and it's pissing him off. I wish I was as funny as him.
Yeah.
I wish I had the gig. Maybe he's a comic, and maybe he's jealous that you have the gig you have at the Rhino, the hosting the thing. Maybe he's jealous that he's not as artistic as you with your painting. Who knows? It could
Right.
be. It's something with him though. He's not. Yeah, it's pure. It's them, and yeah, it'll get to you,
Yeah.
of course, and it sucks.
Right.
But the bigger thing is, it's shitty for him. This guy's got
Right.
something's going on with him, and he's not happy with himself.
Right. What did you do, Ryan?
Yeah, same thing I always do. Kick the light.
It's
I'm
brighter in
sorry.
Yeah, got tilted. It's all good. Looks good. You
I-
need to go? You need to go?
I mean, it's 2:42.
We can wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
bad_Aaron_Scarbrough.
Or just go to my website, aaronscarbrough.com.
Beautiful. Tricky.
I have a website too. It's ryantrickey.com, but that's mostly for show plugs and stuff and things like
Go
that.
to
And
his YouTube.
Yeah, I made a video the other day, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think it's pretty good. It'd be cool if people saw it. I can shoot you a link if you want. I don't know.
Do it.
But
Yep.
it's Ryan Trickey just on YouTube. I made just a 3-minute sketch. I hate calling it a sketch because I think sketch invokes it's like a restaurant where everyone's silly or whatever. Like, I don't know, but I'm going to make more. Scarbrough and I are going to make one really soon. It'll probably be up in like a week, I think.
Oh,
so.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm almost done writing it, and then we're gonna make it. So, and then just Trickey Comedy on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Instagram's the best one.
Tricky Comedy.
Trickey comedy.
MOUSE.
Yeah. Boom.
Well, Neanderthal Pod.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
This was
Thank you
fun.
guys.
This was fun.
Thank you. I'm glad. Bye.
Bye.
Cool.
Really?